The Dusty Futon podcast is a product of the Dusty Futon LLC and Dusty Futon Productions. Go to dustyfuton.com for more information.
It's that time of the week again. We've got another Dusty Futon Musicians podcast episode. This week's been kind of light on us. We didn't have a concert report because there wasn't much to update over the next week or so, and we didn't have a producer's corner yet. We're looking to alleviate that as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, if you know anyone that would love to have their own producer's corner episode, shoot us an email at admin@dustyfuton.com. But for right now, we've got another Dusty Futon Musicians podcast episode coming up for you. And this episode is brought to you by Backstage360.com, the musician's media. The Dusty Futon is a musician's podcast bringing you the raw musician and what they bring to the table. Backstage360.com works hard to bring you even more with creative write-ups, professional interviews, and stunning photography. Backstage360.com also assists with the promotion of events, products, tours, new music, and they provide an overall insider's peek into the impedimenta of the backstage. Backstage360.com. They truly are the musician's media. Have we got a treat for you with this week's episode? These guys have been on the Dusty Futon before, back in season 5. CHUGBOAT. Lucas and the gang show up, except for Brandon, the drummer. He didn't make it, but you know what? It's okay. We had a party anyway with this party band, and I want you to sit back and enjoy some awesome music from some awesome guys. Check them out, chugboat.com or anywhere at CHUGBOAT. But right now, on the Dusty Futon, here they are.
So I don't know where Tyler ran off to. All right. Well, let's first, before I open this up, I don't know why my co-host is not here because it's definitely time for him to be sitting in the room. But we've got CHUGBOAT.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey. You can applaud. We have the studio. There we go.
Background noise.
We have a studio audience here today. So anyway, you guys were here last season with the former co-host, Trevor, and there he just walked in wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
In true CHUGBOAT fashion, the Hawaiian shirt is out.
Now
CHUGBOAT,
I'm ready for CHUGBOAT.
and they are a party band, and you brought your party gear out. You have
Sure
your
did. I'm ready to party.
sunglasses
It
and all.
started. They're here. Let's do this.
We started without you, but
Why don't I have a beer in my hand?
you made a grand entrance.
Big
I don't
John, you're a
know.
terrible host. You're supposed to provide this thing for your guests.
I am. I thought you. Well, if we go,
You're
the way
sitting in the host chair.
Yeah, so that means I'm
So where's
hosting
my
the
beer?
episode, and you're the co-host. You're supposed to be getting all the good shit for the people. I don't know.
It's okay.
Anyway,
I won't hold it against
you
you.
know
We
what?
can still make this work.
Jesus.
But hey, welcome. Welcome, you guys. CHUGBOAT's here, everybody.
This is Tyler, by
Hi,
the way.
welcome. Hi, welcome.
So we
That
have
was fun.
We have 3 members of the band CHUGBOAT.
That's
and,
right. We go
sound off,
way
guys.
back about 5 minutes ago. Let's start over here.
I'm Lucas. We got Eric over here. Got Josh on the end. Brendan's the 4th dude. He could not make it today, but
Brendan!
he's
Damn it,
he's
Brendan.
getting some stuff ready.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to have you guys on. One, because I feel a little bad. I wasn't able to actually be here the first time you guys came around. I was handling some of my own stuff, and I missed the first time. But coming into this one, I have to say I've never had so much fun researching a band in my life.
I tell you, you know
I'd
what?
love to hear this.
But that's the thing is like your episode was so much fun, and it was in season 5. That was pretty early on in season 5. Like you
think
were,
so.
yeah. And we had Trevor as the co-host back then, and he was Tyler's replacement, and
The other Tyler.
And throughout almost every episode, people were calling him Tyler anyway. So
Which just sucks because my whole life everybody calls me Trevor.
Yeah.
So we need to trade.
yeah, well,
Somehow.
well now you're good, and he gets to meet you guys. So, so what have you guys been up to since last year?
So we've been up to a lot of stuff.
Chugging.
Chugging along to sum it up in one word. But
I thought you said chugging beers.
I mean,
I think that's an innuendo.
A little bit of that.
there's
Yeah,
a lot.
okay.
we make time.
With how happy you guys are, you have to be drinking regularly.
There wouldn't be a party
Yeah.
band if there wasn't at least a drink in somebody's hand up top.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So true.
It's true. I already have my nightly cup of whiskey measured out and waiting in my backpack for later. So,
Rationed.
Rationed out. Yep. It's all about dosages.
Moderation and it's important.
And
It's
by
all
cup,
about
you mean an
preparation.
8-ounce flask, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
An imperial cup's worth. So.
That's
Nice,
important though,
nice.
because like you want to go to a show like I'm ready to party and have a good time, but not too good of a time.
There you go.
Because we've probably been there one time where you're like, I have come too far, and this set is not near way over. What am I
more
gonna
than one
do?
time.
Yeah.
Fine line
It's
between
happened.
having a great time and having a terrible time, So
Well, Tyler, since this is your first time chatting with these guys, and to be honest, I'm horrible with names, but I just remember how fun the episode was. To go ahead and chime in to kind of help our listeners know who Chugboat really is.
Well, of course, we've already established that they are a party band, but you're probably going like, why are they a party band? Well, what do you do at parties? You dance, you drink, you chug, you make dirty jokes and things. That's what these guys are, and they do. Their lyrics are extremely suggestive, but very playful and fun. And I mean, just
Now,
don't
do you
even
guys
take
ca-
my word for
do
it.
you guys
Go to
carry that-
chugboat.com and listen to just a couple tracks. We're going to let
Yeah.
you preview them.
Well,
Go ahead, Big.
do you guys carry that into these new tracks?
I would say a little bit. Definitely the fun and dancey vibe is something that I think we're going to keep after, regardless of how much time goes on.
Yeah.
Some people who have heard our newer songs have said themselves that it sounds like a bit more of a mature recording project.
Damn it.
There's a little bit before you get too disappointed.
Okay.
One of the tunes we're going to play with you guys.
Breaking my heart.
Yeah, no, we still have some good ones, but at least one of the ones we're going to play with you guys today is some of the kind of traditional, playful lyrics, fun vibe, that type of thing. So definitely suggestive, still suggestibility in there, but
Well, let's get back to basics.
Oh,
interesting that you say that.
Yeah.
That song we're referring to is called Basic Bitch. So
Nice. So this is like, okay.
He's on to you, Big
It's
John.
called Basic Bitch.
I think we named it Basic, but we shortened it. I mean, that's
Yeah. Okay.
that's the reference.
Spoiler
that's
alert.
The suggestion there.
Now, let me know. Is this the one that is on Spotify?
No, we just released our first single. That one's called High Welcome, which is why we all said High Welcome out of nowhere about 5 minutes ago when you
okay.
were welcoming us.
That's what that
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the little papaya that's welcoming
There you
everybody
go.
in all the languages around the world.
Totally,
Yes.
totally. So,
Told you I did research.
yeah.
All right. So,
That was one of my favorites, by the way. Did we play that one in the last episode?
yes.
Oh,
yes,
I wanted
Papaya.
to hear it again.
Well, we're not going to play it in this episode, but we are going to go back to the basics with the brand new track. Now, this is not available, so if you're listening on YouTube, this is the first time anybody's going to hear it outside of the Chugboat family, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a debutant.
It's a debutant.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, that one. We got another one that's we're probably going to put out as a single on Spotify in a few weeks or so, and then the third one, High Welcome's already up there. You can listen to that right now.
Well, we're going to save that one for the end then, because I like it.
But he said right now.
Well, he can wait. We're going to go back to
Alrighty.
basics. So this is going to be kind of more a tribute to their last episode, to kind of give you a feel of what Chugboat, where their origins start.
What you're bound to hear in the show.
Yes.
Baby, you're a basic bitch. I'll always curse the day we met. You are far from perfect, cause you're basic, basic.
Oh my God, this is so Hall & Oates. I love it. This is rad.
Use me, baby. But let's not pretend you're like a jacuzzi, baby. One hot, shallow AM. And I still got your loving on my mind. Well, it's hotter than an oven all the time. Your recipe is simple, that's just fine. Cause I've always loved the simple things in life. Whoa, whoa. Baby, you're a basic bitch. Cause baby, you're the trendiest. You're distracting by your selfie stick. Cause you're basic, basic. Oh, they call you a pastry chick. Cause you're sweet, but you're the flakiest. You are not the
Sweet but flaky. I fucking love that.
There's so many layers to this song too, and I'm like sitting here going, "There's no way! Oh, the sound is coming out. When did the horn section from Chicago come in here?" And
Kinda hard to care when you're not real. Looks like you changed your hair, but you can't feel. A booty call is fine, but still you're going and waste my time. And if you make me wait, I won't wait in line. No, no, whoa, whoa. Baby, you're a basic bitch. 'Cause baby, you're the trendiest. You're distracting by your selfie stick. 'Cause you're basic, basic. Baby, you're a basic bitch. 'Cause baby, you're the trendiest. You're distracted by your selfie stick. 'Cause you're basic.
Needs more
basic.
cowbell.
They call
Comes
you
in
a
later.
Bay Street chick 'cause you're sweet, but you're
I love this song because it's such a strut, like I'm on top of the world, and yet it's such a put down song to whoever's listening to it.
It's like that FU song.
It is, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. I think that's a whole new sound for you guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this is like a crossover between what you guys did last year and what you're moving towards now.
I think, yeah, this is a good one of the ones that feels like a bridge the most, for sure. I mean, even last year we talked about working with horns more and
Yeah.
more. I think we all had been craving that sort of sound, and so that's one of the things we've been working at over the last year is trying to cultivate that sort of horn section vibe for the songs that we were writing anyway. So it's really coming together. Josh has been dusting off his saxophone skills from back in the day.
Woohoo! You mentioned that before.
I might have.
Another thing I noticed about you guys too is, I mean, how versatile you guys are and how many instruments you play. I mean, I pictured like all your parents like worked in a music store and just let you kids run loose and just said, "Yeah, go have fun. I don't care. I'm not watching you. I got stuff to do." And you guys just picked it all up and stuck together, and this is what happened. Chugboat came out. Am I right? How spot on?
That's a
Malcolm?
romantic view.
Yeah, no, they started because a friend broke their back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was a tragic.
Did you Did you get that part when you researched?
No, I like my story better.
I want to. I want you guys just really quick to retell that because the whole thing is on our previous episode in season 5. But these guys got their start filling in for. I'll let you guys take it.
Yeah, we had this. I mean, we still have this really good buddy, awesome guy, great musician, and he plays all over town, plays 4 nights a week, that sort of thing. Out of nowhere, he injured his back and he couldn't play for like 2 months. So he called us and said, "Hey, can you fill in for me?"
4 nights a week?
It was like the Friday night slot at a hotel, like 3 weeks or 4 weeks in a row. And so we just were like, "All right, I guess we're doing this."
Like a residency.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so we pulled it together, covered his sets over there, and then after that, limited time was finished, we decided we'd try and step up our game and do something original, do something more, kind of fill out the lineup a little bit, that sort of stuff.
Caught the bug. You're like, why stop
There you
now?
go. Totally.
And now you guys are just having a hell of a lot of fun with it. Like every time I see you doing stuff on Instagram and Facebook, you guys are always laughing and smiling and cutting it up.
Yeah.
So how's your writing process go?
So I don't know, it's pretty different depending on the songs, but
Caffeine's involved. Yeah, a lot of coffee.
God opens his
coffee.
mouth, and then the Chugboat song is born.
God opens her papaya.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
for correcting me.
'cause
God is a woman.
God is Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, always will be. Yes.
Yes, because she blows people's heads off when she starts opening her mouth.
Yep. Great movie.
Anyway, yes.
So yeah, but I don't know if you guys want to chime in. I mean, usually someone has one idea, if it's a lyric or like a concept or a bass line.
Well, there's like a million ideas in each one of your songs because you change back and forth with your styles regularly.
Yeah, definitely true. I mean, I think that's where it comes from. It's that we're not a band where one dude is sitting around writing the songs and handing people the sheet music. I don't think anyone wanted to do that. So we kind of have approached it from the opposite perspective, where we all get together, or like we build off one person's fragment of an idea, and then it becomes this thing that has a little bit of everyone in it. And that's why, you know, some of these songs you'll hear a lot of horns. Some have these like very lush percussion sections. Some have like these really like
mandolin solos,
bass features. Totally. So, I mean, that's another thing that's sort of changed is we had like an acoustic element to the music in the past, and that's sort of tapered off a little bit in the recent batch of songs.
Yeah, you had a trailing guitar solo that we were talking over on Basic.
There you go. Yeah.
Is that kind of like, again, I love how like anyway, yeah, I know, right?
It's gone.
Never mind. Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah, that's Ricky. That's Ricky Giordano, by the way, on guitar.
No shit.
Yeah, very awesome.
I have
local
no idea who
musician.
that is.
Amazing guy.
Okay.
Look him up.
Shout
He
out.
plays with all kinds of awesome bands like Bomb Squad and.
So you have a guest appearance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a few on the album actually.
Nice.
Yeah, we got Russell Ramo from The Routine as well. Jesse Odell is playing horns. He plays with Surefire.
If you guys need a slide whistle player,
This guy's an
I play
expert.
a mean slide whistle.
Just
What about
listen to.
kazoo?
Yeah.
How's your kazoo skills?
I'm mad with the kazoo, but I have to
Okay.
use toilet paper because
Oh,
I've
boy.
been using that for so many years.
We'll host a tryout, and you guys should just show up.
Totally.
Bring
I'll
whatever.
be there.
We can harmonize.
I'm gonna bring my little one-man band thing that they had in Mary Poppins.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
Yeah,
We'll mic you up.
Yeah.
we'll go DI.
right? And then you hire me, and it'd be like, I'll fire all of you. Like, I don't need you anymore. I'm my own band. And then I crash Chugboat into the rocks, and it's over. That's the end of Chugboat.
No.
No, never. Chugboat will never end. It's too much fun.
It's don't get off the boat, you know?
Yeah.
It's,
No,
that's
exactly.
our,
Keep on chugging.
our mantra. Keep on
Keep
chugging.
on
Don't
chugging.
get off the boat.
So what brings you back onto the futon other than just like we're debuting new music? You guys have kind of a new futon. You
could say that in a way.
You guys have a new futon moving.
Yeah,
You're upgrading from a futon to a full couch.
it's
Yep.
changing.
Yeah.
Pull
So what's
Party started.
no, Chugboat's here. They got the party started. So where's this new direction coming from?
We've all, at least Lou and I've always been into more groovier styles of music, like a lot of funk stuff. I think we bonded first when we first met off of Earth, Wind, and Fire, groups like that.
Oh my
and
God.
We just kind of went down the rabbit hole with that. So
Jesus.
Yeah, it's sort of been like we've just decided to do right by our things we were interested in stylistically from before, you know,
Yeah.
coming up and learning how to play and all that stuff. And so just kind of giving that the spotlight for a while instead of, you know, doing things that were more tailored towards the hotel gigs, et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera. So
Breaking out of your shell.
totally. And
Now, how long have you guys been together?
our first show was January of 2016.
That's right. Okay, so you're only a couple of years in, so you're just now starting to find your sound as a group.
Yeah.
Really? So
I think getting organized too. I mean, as we mentioned, we sort of fell into things way back then, you know, with the
Yeah.
hotel and filling in for somebody else sort of thing. So we've had time to kind of think things over and focus on what we want to be doing, you know?
I'm not sure if we already touched base on this in the last episode, but I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody just didn't come into a Home Depot parking lot and was like, "Hey, where's a band? You guys play?" And they found you guys like, "See." You know, and they picked you up and said, "Here's a hotel gig for 4 weeks." Where did you guys all meet and come together? Because I figured you guys were complete when they found you.
Well, sort of. I mean, all of this stuff happened on one city block in PB. I mean, I was. It's true.
your hyperbole was accurate.
Yeah, it's
It
basically
really-
Sesame
prophetic.
Street.
Uh,
Almost.
Basically, what happened is I was living on this block for about a year, and there were these chicks who lived next door. They moved out, and then I saw these two guys wheeling their huge amps in, and I was like, "We're gonna be friends." I just know it's gonna happen.
I remember that moment,
Destiny,
like after
yeah.
we finished like moving everything into the house, and you're like, "Let's go grab a beer up the block." Over
Yeah,
at Barkey.
totally.
And I still
totally.
remember that with Kevin, who played drums for us for a little bit, filling. He was living with Luke at the time.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately out in Colorado now, but I just remember that was like when it all started. Was
yeah, we were just
moved
doing
in.
some mundane stuff. I remember, and I hear some bass. I'm like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "Screw it, drop the laundry or whatever." Just went next door. I'm like, "All right, Let's do this.
Right?
Nice.
I was gonna do laundry, but no, it looks like they're gonna smell me all week.
It's all right.
Speaking of laundry, these guys actually brought some swag with them. They're giving us some shirts.
yeah.
I knew I loved you guys.
You know what?
yeah.
Hit me.
Large?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't even look good in tank tops, but fuck it. Who
I
cares?
look
think I
great
gave
in
you a
tank
shirt.
tops. I got the shoulders for tank tops, so this is perfect.
Everyone looks good in a tank in San Diego. That's
Well,
right.
especially if you're listening to CHUGBOAT, because you guys have that party fun music. You know, it's like
There
makes
you
you
go.
want to be holding a solo cup and wearing a flamingo
It is a
around
party
your head.
shirt. It's totally a party shirt. And who
Yeah.
cares when you're drunk, right?
Exactly.
But
Nobody,
seriously,
nobody
I put this
cares.
thing on. I'm like, hey guys, how do I look? And they're like, boy, you sure do, Tyler.
So yeah. So okay. So tell me about this merch. This is your.
I feel like yeah.
So we've got a run of these CHUGBOAT tanks and shirts, and we're doing this thing at our shows now that if you come to the shows and go and broadcast part of it on Facebook or Instagram Live, and then show us that after the show, we'll give you a free shirt or something, some other free merchandise item as a reward for spreading the love on the social medias.
You know what?
Are you gonna be firing them from cannons like at Padres games?
I wish.
We have to make a little more money to afford the cannon, but once we do,
There you
you
go.
can bet your ass we're gonna have one of those up there.
Do you
I could
guys?
see that like at small venues, like taking out the crowd.
Signing liability for him.
Do you guys want to give a combo to one Dusty Futon listener?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me what you want to give away, and what we're gonna do
We'll
is
do a hat shirt combo.
Yeah,
with,
once-
stickers in the bill
Oh, beautiful.
for,
All
later,
right.
now.
for later.
So
whole ensemble.
give me a word to hashtag, a fun word, or you know what? Which song are you? What's the latest one you're going to release?
Papaya. Do papaya.
Hi
That's a good
welcome.
hashtag.
Hi welcome.
Hi welcome.
Hashtag hi welcome.
Hashtag hi welcome. The most either we're going to pick a random fan, a random follower of the Futon. If they hashtag hi welcome, within what is it? We'll give them 7 days after the episode is
Sure.
aired.
Yeah.
So a week after the episode is there, we'll randomly pick somebody who shares the episode or tweets it out or Facebooks it or
Do
Instagrams it.
shares.
Can I make a suggestion real quick?
Of course.
I think it would be awesome if the winner actually got the CVS employees saying hi welcome when you walk into the store.
Is that-
I've tried in the past like 10.
Okay, if
So,
anyone
like,
can get a video of
you
that,
can do that. Yeah, because that's almost where this
Yeah,
idea came
we'll
from.
give you the whole merch box.
Wait.
And
Okay.
the box.
Okay, hold on.
So
CVS.
Anytime you go to a CVS from now on until the day, your last day on earth, you'll never not notice this again. But as soon as you walk in, at least one person, if not three, will be like, hi, welcome. And then that's how they greet you without expecting any response.
You're 100% right, because that happened to me the other day,
yeah.
and they did it with they looked at me and said hi welcome, and then looked right back to
then-
what they
no,
were
yeah.
doing. And by the time I looked, I didn't even know who said it or if they did. I'm like,
So try to capture that on film. Throw the appropriate hashtag up there.
Ninja CVS.
it's like, did I even hear that, or was that like the phantom ring in my pocket? You know,
Oh, shit. So we're gonna give. Well, you don't have to do the CVS thing, but all you got to do is share the episode, or at least tweet it out, use a link, and then hashtag hi welcome. and there's the set. All right, we'll take a picture of that.
I pulled a hammer
So-
earlier, so
We should put a game used jersey in there.
Yep.
Maybe a shirt that we've worn for a few shows without washing it, and we could just kind of.
So anyway, no, I like what you did there. That was nice.
they gave us a crusty sock. It's like, yes, all of us are in
vintage.
there.
So this next song I want to play, "Through the Wall," is no that also has not been released yet.
No, this is probably going to be our next single that we put out from this latest record.
All right. So this is "Through the Wall." It already sounds like heavier.
That's funny that you should guess that. You're absolutely correct.
It's like you want to put somebody through the wall.
Well, it's like I heard him through the wall playing the bass.
Oh,
and-
close enough, right?
Oh, I was going somewhere different because they're usually suggestively sexual.
Well,
Yeah, you're talking about glory holes, aren't you? All right. and-
Through the Wall. Here we go.
yeah, by CHUGBOAT off their newest upcoming album.
God, it's like it even makes a white boy want to dance.
Yeah, it's like makes me feel like I could get jiggy with it.
Yep.
I can see you out there chicken dancing, like, yeah, the typical white guy dance, you know?
The Carlton.
The Charleston, you're all.
The Charleston and the Carlton.
Into the Carlton.
But something else is keeping me awake. Yeah. Things ain't how they used to be. Whatever happened to privacy? Yeah. Heard it through the wall. These walls are paper thin. Heard it through the wall. Your alarm's malfunctioning. No, no, no. Somebody show me the door, boy. 'Cause I don't think I can take it anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely not about hearing somebody having sex through the wall.
I was way off.
Yeah, way off. I will say I do like the trumpet or the brass line.
I've been
Cool.
drinking, but I somehow stumbled home. Made my way of thinking, honey, I'd be all alone. I couldn't get enough, just need to sleep it off. But someone's in the back room with a bottle of the strong stuff. And things ain't how they used to be. Whatever happened to privacy? Yeah. Heard it through the wall. These walls are paper thin.
Heard it through the wall.
Alarms malfunctioning. No, no.
Heard it through the wall.
Boy, 'cause I don't think I can take it anymore.
Someone's got a wah pedal now.
So I actually plugged my synthesizer keyboard into a guitar wah pedal for some of this stuff. That's one of the
Nice.
weird things we came up with thanks to that.
These walls are paper thin. Heard it through the wall. Alarm clocks malfunctioning. No, no, no. Somebody show me the door, boy. 'Cause I don't think I can take it anymore. Heard it through the wall. These walls are paper thin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your alarm's malfunctioning. No, no, no. Somebody show me the door, boy. 'Cause I don't think I can take it anymore. Take it anymore. Take it anymore. Take it anymore.
Nice ending. Oh, or was I wrong?
That was the beginning of the next song. I do that with you around.
I'm always that guy where I'm like, okay, that's the end of the song, and I start walking away, and they keep playing. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I already stopped dancing with you. I guess.
Well, you know, it's bad when it's bad when they do that, and you have the feeling that, oh God, it started again. But with you guys, when you do that, it's like, oh yay!
Oh, thanks, guys.
Oh, geez, yeah. No, you're Dusty Futon alum, and we're really excited to have you back on.
Only
with-
the best come back a second or more
Nice.
Yeah.
time.
Well, and it's nice because it shows the evolution. Because you're
Yeah.
not just coming back giving us the same old shit, playing the same music that you played last year. You guys are upgrading you're only 2.5 years old as a band.
Yeah.
But you're already
Babies.
upgrading your sound, your style, you're working hard, you're changing your direction, but you're also maintaining. So you guys are a good example of what we want to represent on the Futon. So I'm definitely happy to have you guys back for that because you guys bust your ass.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
that. Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate
having
all
us
that.
again.
Yeah, well, where can people buy this merch? Because only one lucky Dusty Futoner is going to get this awesome package.
man.
So we have this stuff usually for our shows. As I was mentioning, we're giving free stuff out to people who go live on Facebook or Instagram at the shows now.
Nice.
And then also, if you don't want to do that, you can also pay us some cold hard cash for it as well. That's also good. So.
There are some lazy people who don't even want to do something for free stuff. So if you're willing to spend the 10, 15, 20 bucks, then these guys will happily take it off your hands.
That we will.
Now, do you sell your old CDs or your old EPs at the shows?
We're starting to just kind of go with a digital distribution thing just because, it's hard to find people who have CD players anymore. We're potentially going to do a run of vinyl with the new record that these songs are on, but I don't know if we're going to keep making CDs just because the digital format seems to be a lot more accessible for people.
These aren't very green.
I honestly don't even know how to burn a CD anymore. So.
You have to have an old computer.
Yeah, most laptops don't even have a CD-ROM drive.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't even know if I said that right. CD-ROM? Is that how you say it?
Yes, that's right. God, what are you, 12? Practically.
Floppy disks?
Are you even old enough to
Floppy what?
drink?
Can I have a beer, please?
8-inch. You know what an 8-inch floppy is? And I'm not talking about a donkey.
Jeez.
It's like, that was my first job.
Yes and yes.
I have no response.
That's good. Trust me, that's a good thing with that one.
This was a podcast about music.
Yeah.
Now
We're trying.
Now it's about donkeys.
That's the crusty futon, right?
The crusty food.
The
It's a
petting
spin-off.
zoo.
Oh man. So you're not sure if you're going to stick with the vinyl concept?
We're gonna see what happens. I mean, we're gonna put the whole record out on digital formats first, and then play it by ear. I think.
Do a single. I would do a 45. Because I honestly, I don't know. Vinyl's coming back, and it's more of a novelty at this point. So I think like a 45 would
one
be
for the
fun.
novelty would just go for the whole album, though. Really, I agree. He
Well-
should go full vinyl because I want the full vinyl.
Well, you want,
Do it for me.
he's wearing a
Tyler.
shirt, so
Tyler.
So convincing.
yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy. So okay, yeah,
So we'll do vinyl, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean,
Like no, I'm just thinking like an A and a B side. Like maybe throw Papaya on the B side or something, and put your favorite single,
yeah.
on the front, and it's basically like we're releasing a single but giving a throwback on the back.
True.
I
true.
think that could be fun. Sell them for $1 a piece because they're cheap as hell to print now, aren't they? Even the vinyls.
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I mean, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot of planning put into the physical format thing yet.
I don't
So
blame you.
We'll get there.
Depends on what country you outsource the child labor for. It could be cheaper depending on where you
There's
go.
an elementary school down the street. That's actually.
Speaking of child labor,
Give them community service hours.
Call it arts and crafts.
You got people
They can
in
put it
prison
on their resume.
stamping license plates
Man.
and printing CHUGBOAT albums.
Surprised Girl Scouts of America haven't figured out how to do that yet.
what, print license plates?
Get the kids to make license plates.
I know, right? Oh my God, they can make so much money. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this next track. This is the final of 3 songs that you gave us. Now this one's already out on Spotify.
Yep.
And this is called.
Hi,
welcome.
welcome.
That was beautiful.
I love that. Thank you
practiced
guys
this
for
in the
picking
car.
up on that. That was so awesome. And
I want
see
that to be my ringtone.
see about 5 minutes ago where we talked about the CVS story behind this.
Oh man.
So, all right, this is.
Hi,
welcome.
All right, let's do this one more time. All 5 of us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, welcome. By Chuck.
Okay, now in 5-part harmony. Ready? All right, ready? Okay. Okay.
Hi, welcome.
Wow.
Holy shit, that was like old AM radio time.
Whoa.
All right, now let's listen to the
Time
song.
travel.
In Studio's audio is going crazy.
What the fuck was that? Woo. Yeah, this is fun.
Shopping at CVS is.
I used to spend my nights living lonely with the world of trouble on my mind. I had a battle to keep me company. I was only trying
Who's playing the champagne flute in the side?
All the percussion stuff is Brendan, the drummer. He like went to town on the percussion. I think it really adds a dynamic to all these songs.
What does his kit look like?
I'm really bummed that he's not here because
Yeah.
I want to hear
I
about
think
all
he
this.
played that one on a spare tire, to be honest.
It sounds like that.
Like a metal spare tire.
I guess he calls it a brake drum. Have you guys heard of that? It's like the
Oh my God,
wheelbase
you're
of like an old truck.
No, I'm sorry. A brake drum is where they have the brake drums for the non-disc brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cheaper cars still have those to this day.
They sound good on recordings,
so
too.
It looks like that. He's just playing it with drumsticks.
I can tell you're a good musician. You know nothing about cars.
I used to spend my nights slipping slowly, but a slippery slope was. When
It's true.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's absolutely right.
I was only looking for a buzz. When I saw you, baby, I didn't know things could feel this way. Your love gets me high now, girl. It's the only thing that I crave now, yeah. Said if you're feeling low and looking to get higher, you should come on over. We'll feel alright, yeah. We can go get stoned and we both need a lighter. Your love gets me high now, girl. What do you want me to say? Sometimes I miss the way that it used to be, but it's easy to keep clean, 'cause your love's on my mind and it's so tempting. Yes,
If you feeling low,
looking to get higher,
you should come on over.
Nice baritone bass.
We can go get stoned.
we both need a lighter. Your love gets me right now, girl. Said if you're feeling low and looking to get higher, you should come on over.
I feel like I'm in a 70s movie.
Yeah.
We both need a lighter.
This is the training montage, you know?
Yeah.
This one goes out to Russell Ramo right here.
There you go. Is your guitarist?
Do you guys do choreography and stuff on stage too, and like little spins and?
It's on the to-do list.
I can see you like doing the step dances during this. Like,
Yeah, Luke looks really good in an ascot also. He's sitting there, like clipboard yelling at people.
Yes, solid finish.
isn't that so much fun? You guys, your music is like, okay, the writing process, is it still the same? Like, is it mostly done?
Well, I think it's changed in some regards, mostly in the sense that we're not like starting with acoustic instruments at all anymore. You know,
So what's your process then in writing some of these tracks as a group?
I feel like everyone's different. Like each song is different. But
Oh, that's right. We went over this like 10 minutes ago.
A lot of late nights busting out the bass guitar on the bed, just coming up with stuff. Or
yeah, we'll like
Do you
go
guys
to
like-
practice, and Rick will be like, "Oh, I drank too much caffeine and thought of this sweet riff," and he'll play it, and then we're like, "Oh, that's so dope. Let's work with that," and then we'll kind of run with it and add like different parts. And I think the songwriting process has changed just because our instrumentation has changed.
Yeah.
So naturally, the songwriting process has changed a little bit, which kind of leads to.
So what about the verbiage, like the lyrics and everything?
That's kind of I think everyone has a little bit of a contribution in regard to that, but what I really enjoy about our songwriting style is we're not just like regurgitating lyrics. I think it comes from like us coming up with a concept first, you know?
Yeah.
There's one we didn't bring you called Seasonal Girl, and like I think Rick came up with the concept for that idea of a seasonal girl who you only have certain times of the year. Right, and then
Yeah.
I mean everything, all the other
When you have
lyrics
enough
just
money to
fell
fly
into
around the
place.
country, you have seasonal girls. Yeah.
So
I think the Beach Boys wrote a song about that, right? So my seasonal girl. No, I'm sorry. Go on.
But yeah, that's kind of, I think the main process is it's like a conceptual based writing process a lot of the time, or it starts with like a groove, some feel, or like some lyrical concept, and then everything else kind of falls into place after that. And if it doesn't fall into place easily, then we know it might not be an idea worth pursuing, you know?
Do you have any tracks on your? Excuse me, I had a thing. I'll save that one for later. Do you have any tracks that are like recycled that have stuff that you haven't worked on yet that you're like maybe adding into this album or that you're putting on the back burner for later?
There's stuff that like we came up with like when we first became friends like 6 years ago that I mean, I don't know if we're going to end up turning them into songs, but they have like come up in conversation in that way, you know.
Nice.
Like should we make this a Chugboat song? So it's definitely
Only a matter
possible.
of time. It's like a tattoo. Come back to it a year later if you're
you
still
go.
thinking about it. Do it.
Just color
Ink
it
it.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
totally.
do you have the entire album tracked out yet?
Yeah, so this is it's a EP. We've got 5 tracks on this one. From like whatever you want to call it, philosophical standpoint, we didn't really know we wanted to spend the time to release a full album of 10 songs. We just felt like that might be too much material for people to digest these days.
People are way too ADD for 10 songs.
That's kind of
man,
what
yeah.
we felt like. We'll see what happens, I guess. But I mean, we all grew up listening to full albums and occasionally double albums. So it was kind of a foreign concept to us. But after discussing and thinking it over a little bit, it just seemed like the way to go.
I like it. You can come out with stuff and re-release new things more frequently that way.
Yep.
Totally. And so it makes the process of being in a band more exciting. We always have new stuff to report. Just kind of keeps the process going faster and faster. I've known bands that have taken 2 years to write their first album, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. You know, they spent too much time doing something, and then the results didn't really match the hype that built up to it.
Did
So.
you guys ever hear of the spaghetti incident by Guns N' Roses? Perfect example of that.
The worst album ever.
Oh,
For some
God.
reason, it's on my iPhone, and I'm like, ah.
It was so bad that they had to re-release Appetite for Destruction to make up for it.
Just remastered.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Add like one extra thing. Anyway, enough about those
Funny.
fucks.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, that was kind of the idea. Well, in a few months, but by the end of the summer, I think we're going to put the whole record out as, put the whole record out as a collection. And we're also going to, in conjunction with that, release the instrumental version of all the songs.
Oh, wow.
So we kind of have a double approach to this.
So these new songs, you're also writing acoustic versions for them as well as the finalized produced versions.
More like produced versions, but just without any vocals. Just like the instrumental
karaoke
thing.
tracks for Tyler.
Karaoke tracks for Tyler, and maybe I guess part of it is we're hoping that instrumental tracks are more marketable towards like
Commercial
film
use.
and commercial use. I mean, we're hoping to make some cash off of that, and then also just have that option. Some of our favorite bands have done this in the past, where they release instrumental version of a song, and then same time or a year later they release the same song with all the vocals and lyrics too. And I think that was kind of part of that decision as well, just enjoying that aspect.
I like that. I think it's a very smart and marketable approach to it, because you guys, the sound and
don't
everything is
think that's even
extremely
on.
marketable. But then some agencies might run when all of a sudden they hear, "Hold on to your tits," you know. And I don't know if that fits into the Hyundai commercial we're trying to fit this for, you know.
Yeah.
Depends on what type of car,
That's true. Yeah, it's if it's like a Corvette, maybe you do want to hold on to your tits, you know.
Hold on to your tits doesn't quite say the brakes work well on this vehicle. You know what I mean? So,
That's true. Yeah.
And we have Spicy Kim on the mic.
Hi, fellas.
hey,
How's
how's
it
it going?
going?
good.
Good. Are you having fun? Are these boys abusing you or what?
They're playing nice.
They are.
Enough.
Wow, I leave
You
the
missed
room,
it.
that's
We were
it.
dancing a second ago.
We'll play you some
All
of
of
the
us.
tracks
Awesome.
afterwards, because these guys are so much fun. Thank you guys so much again for coming out and having a seat on the futon with us.
Thank you for
Heck
the,
yeah.
the swag.
Totally.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All you got to do.
Sure,
And
sure.
oh, and by the
Easy for me
way,
to say.
we it's hashtag
Hi,
hi
welcome.
welcome.
Hashtag hi welcome.
Hashtag hi welcome.
welcome.
If anybody
Ooh.
who retweets or
Hashtag
shares
hi welcome.
with hashtag hi
Hi
welcome has a chance of winning a hat, a T-shirt, and a bunch of stickers.
Wait, what's
Ah.
the
And
hashtag?
having a
again?
mail. Hashtag
Hi,
welcome. Oh, let's do
Is
the
it hi
5-part
like
harmony again.
H-I-G-H?
HI.
It could be.
It's just H-I
That's
like
where it
hi, welcome.
Yeah.
Not
Clarification, that's all.
welcome.
It depends who you're talking to.
That's true.
That's why
That's
I
true.
asked.
Yeah, smart question.
Depends
smart
what the
question.
story
Hey,
is.
you
Yeah, it
know.
depends on what festival they're playing. You know?
Well, we're CHUGBOAT. It's High Welcome, and it's HIGH when we play as NUGBOAT, our reggae cover band.
Hi,
not true.
welcome. Da-da-da-da-da.
Steel drums.
Welcome.
Hi,
There you go.
welcome. Hello, hi, welcome in the house, man. All right.
Ah, welcome. Get high. I mean, hi, welcome. Yeah. Okay. And on that note,
I missed a lot of fun. I
yeah,
can
you
tell.
did. All right. But that's all, all you got to do is listen back
Right
to the
on.
episode, and then you share the episode and tweet.
And you follow them on Spotify.
Yeah, follow Spotify.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yes.
go see the band live when they're around in your town.
CHUGBOAT.com. They
Yep.
got a bunch of tracks up there you can
Yep.
listen
Oh,
to.
where do you
there.
put your calendar up at?
It's on the website, actually.
CHUGBOAT.com has all our
Perfect.
upcoming dates.
It's how I stay informed.
If you go to CHUGBOAT,
Right?
Yeah, and you're like,
I'm in it.
everybody gets the email list except for you.
that's like it's like
guys
not
are-
even a joke. Josh
gets
like
it.
frequently asks where the show is, who's playing with us, what time it is.
About 2 hours before the
hey,
gig.
be nice.
so-
You know
Very
what's sad?
Googleable information.
That's the same shit I ask Spicy the day of our recording sessions.
Oh,
I'm like, wait,
yeah,
what time are we?
hours.
Who is it? Who's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There
pretty
you
much how
go.
it goes down here too.
It's too many clicks to get to.
Yeah, it's too much
There's at
to
least
do.
3 clicks.
You guys are going to be all over California. From what I saw, you guys are going to be in Mammoth in August. Is
We
that
got
right?
a 2-night stint in Mammoth with more dates hopefully to come surrounding that, and then we have a private event in Sonoma in October again with more dates planned to be released coming up.
Oh yeah, those listening in, if you want to book CHUGBOAT, they are available for private events. as
Indeed
you
we
just
are.
heard.
and
or
it's
other
worth
gigs.
it. These guys bring a lot of energy to the stage. So
Yeah.
Truth.
And if you need to get in touch, it's info@chugboat.com.
info at
That's how I-
CHUGBOAT.
that's how
There's
I
even a
did it.
really easy submission portion of their webpage right down at the bottom. You can just fill out all the stuff that's probably autofill, just because we're lazy these days.
Yep.
Make it super easy, simplify you, sign up, go see CHUGBOAT.
Yep.
It's worth it.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys again.
Well, thank you again.
Should we sign off with another 5-part high welcome?
Let's sign on with a 5-part high welcome, and then let's close it out with the song. And for me, can we just do Papaya?
We can-
Even if it's just
Okay.
I love that
Okay.
one.
We'll close it
I
out with
heard about
Papaya.
that one.
Throwback.
I gotta find that, but all right, you ready?
Yep.
The high welcome.
1, 2, 3.
High welcome.
I fucked up your barbershop.
Yeah, you're not supposed to sing. It was like throwing me off. What the hell? All right.
Sorry.
Hold on. Let me load up my iTunes.
That was
And
pretty
Ears will
good.
bleed if I try
it was
that.
better. The first time
Yeah,
was
that first
better.
one was
Yeah.
money.
That was really, really awesome.
I honestly was taken off by surprise of how well that turned out.
I know, me too. You should have seen our studio audience. Her jaw dropped.
Their jaw drop.
They're all
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Edit.
hurt. It's all about that.
The version of Papaya we play at our shows now sounds much different than this, by the way.
Yeah?
We have because now we have a keyboard and a saxophone getting in the mix, and that's
very cool.
So you've added even more elements to it.
it's just taken on a new incarnation, I would say.
The vibe has changed.
Nice.
There it is.
Here
All
she
right, well,
comes.
let's go into summer with this fun jam.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I never forget the day that we met at the farmer's market. You were apping all those, checking the fruit, and John was in his Volvo, ripping the flu, yeah.
Who is that?
So this is funny. We say John was in the Volvo ripping the flute. John is our really good friend who's a flute player. He was our roommate. He lived with me, and Josh and John lived together for the months leading up to this. So John not only played on the track, but we referenced him in the lyrics. John Leah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now he's in Colombia studying music.
And probably having sex with all sorts of people.
Papayas.
Making a mess. Papaya, 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 papaya.
It's so catchy.
Papaya, papaya. There ain't nothing better than a fruit by the sea, seeing peaches on the beaches makes me hungry. There ain't nothing better than a fruit by the beach. Papaya on the playa is the thing for me.
Papaya on the playa.
Oh my God.
Please.
That's like Shakespeare. That was beautiful.
Please do.
Baby, you're making me crazy, and I must confess, your papaya's so tasty, it's hard for me not to obsess. You know I'm not tidy, but baby, I'm doing my best. It's so hard to eat the papaya without making a mess. Papaya, 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 papaya.
I'm saying I got a hankering for some papaya.
Papaya, 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 papaya.
It's interesting, though. You can hear the acoustic difference between the songs we just played earlier and this one.
Totally. So that's becoming a horn line now. Is that this
Oh,
part?
yeah.
Oh, really?
I bet that
So
sounds really,
we're kind
really
of just
cool.
rearranging.
Oh, I want you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I can't live without your papaya. I want more. Papaya, 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 papaya.
That flute tickles me. It just, I can't help it.
There you go. That was Chugboat's Papaya. And you'll have a horn section and some awesome new sounds creeping in. All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a good
Thank you.
night.
Thanks for having me.
You guys are the best.
Bye welcome.
Yeah.
Bye welcome.
Yeah, Chuck
Bye,
Boat.
welcome.
Bye, welcome.
Big thank you to Lucas and the guys of CHUGBOAT, Eric, Josh, and Brandon. Thank you guys, well, the three of you who showed up, for showing up and coming all the way down to take a seat on the futon. Also, big thank you to Tyler for co-hosting with me on this episode. Big thank you to Spicy Kim, our executive producer. I'm Big John, your host, engineer, and producer for the episode. Don't forget, we now have merchandise to sell, t-shirts and the whatnot. Go ahead and head over to dustyfuton.com/merch to get your t-shirts now. Speaking of merchandise, if you're hanging around waiting for that hashtag, first thing, thank you for sticking in with us and sticking all the way to the end. The hashtag for this episode is hashtag HiWelcome, H-I welcome. And this week, not only will you get a Dusty Futon t-shirt, you'll get a CHUGBOAT t-shirt, CHUGBOAT hat, and a sticker. All you got to do is make sure and share this episode. Tag us at Dusty Futon on Instagram or Twitter, or at The Dusty Futon on Facebook. Share the episode with the hashtag on any one of those social platforms, and we'll randomly select one person as our winner. Good luck, and thanks for sharing the episode. The Dusty Futon now releases weekly concert reports. It's not every week because we don't always have updates on the calendar. If you're a Dusty Futon musician, we will happily tell our audience when and where you're playing next. The concert report focuses on Dusty Futon alumni, giving you a little bit of the audio from that band, as well as letting you know where you can find them next. Each concert report is released on a Wednesday right here on this channel. So all you got to do is subscribe, whether it's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, any of those places. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. We also have a Patreon page if you want to get some behind-the-scenes information and some special goodies that are going to be coming in the future. You can go to check that out at patreon.com/thedustyfuton, where you can directly support the Dusty Futon. Also, don't forget to check us out at dustyfuton.com, where you can get access to every episode ever created by the Dusty Futon from Season 1 debut back in April 2015 to now. I hope you enjoyed this production of the Dusty Futon LLC, and this episode was sponsored by Backstage 360. Don't forget to go to backstage360.com to check them out. They are the Musicians Media. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next episode right here on the Dusty Futon.